Let's get some insight into this story now. We have Ansgar Koene with us from the University of Nottingham School of Computer Science. Hi, Ansgar. Thanks for joining us. What is your take on this? How safe is it to use TikTok or WeChat?
Hi, thank you. TikTok or WeChat, as far as our research is concerned, they're basically the same as any kind of social media app. You need to be aware that you are giving away quite a lot of data about yourself, not just the content that you are uploading, but metadata around the time when you're using the app, possibly who you're connecting with, possibly your location data. So all kinds of data is being given away when you're using these apps. TikTok is no different in this respect.
But the concern here is that this information is being given to the Chinese government. So what do we know about that? Is China really spying on people and collecting their data using these apps?
So that China has a national security law which allows the Chinese government to demand access to data from Chinese companies. The same, however, is true for the US. The US Cloud Act, for instance, allows the US government security agencies to require access to non-US citizen data on their platform. So for a European person, really, that's no difference. And pretty much every country has this kind of relationship between national security bodies and the way in which they're working. There is, of course, the question about how do we feel particularly about the Chinese government as opposed to the US government if we look at things like human rights situations. If you are in Hong Kong, obviously there is a difference between the Chinese security agencies having access to your data versus US security agencies. So generally speaking, the laws and that the Chinese government has versus access to their platforms are not significantly different to those that other countries have. The question is really, how do we feel about the way in which governments are acting on these? We saw with the Snowden revelations that there were huge concerns across the world about how the US government was using US platforms such as Facebook to access data, including the US security agencies hacking into Angela Merkel's mobile phone.
Right.
So the question is really one of geopolitics. How do we see ourselves positioned relative to the kinds of values and positions that these other governments are taking?
Ansgar Koene from the Nottingham University School of Computer Science. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.